Hey guys, welcome to Coma Pirate Radio, where we as esoteric pirates slide our boats together, throw the ropes, tie the knots, talk about the maps. And this is definitely a map. The pirates, esoteric pirates, always look up to the stars. This is the solar party paradigm. You can look up these cards on my website at centerofmysticarts.com. You can also check out the Patreon account where we have cosmic dialogue and different things to do with these cards and all of that. So, support would be amazing since they, the heavenly bodies, have told me to bring this to you. And you might ask, how do we even use this? Well, you could just look at it as entertainment, just as life. You can also look at it as a game, just as in life. And you can also look at it as a ceremony, as in life. Now, visualization is something that esoteric magicians have used forever. So one of the benefits of visualizing what's going on is the memory. You can remember what's going on from day to day, okay? So as we dive in, this is miércoles. It is Mercury's day, Wednesday the 5th. 5 is a number of change. We can sink into that as well. Yesterday was a number of 4s. Today it's definitely a number of 5s. So we dive in. Lord have mercy. The cows, the dogs, the chickens. I don't know what's worse. All right. We remember this front door being in Pisces. We remember the waterfall, the alien feeling of a portal where we dive into the depths. And if you can remember, the first thing we see in conjunction is Mercury, the DJ, and the bartender, Neptune. Neptune is still in Pisces, still an alien. See, and I can remember that because I see the bartender as an androgynous alien behind the bar with long flowing fins trying to serve us a drink. And I know that Mercury just moved into fire, Aries, because I can see the DJ has bursted into flames with passion and intensity. But we see a new conjunction today with Saturn. Saturn is the party planner, and Saturn is still in Pisces, an alien, a watery, feminine, androgynous, sacrificial love. Let me read the Pisces card. Selfless, introspective, compassionate, introverted, secretive. Saturn, the party planner, and the bartender, hypersensitive, intuitive, drawing sigils and speaking in light language. This is why there's an interesting quincunx with the bartender and the bad girl, Lilith in Libra. That's still going on. We still feel that. But one of the things that we do feel now is at the door, there is a sextile with the moon. Now, there is a lot of sextiles going on with this moon. So we see, oh my gosh, there's a lot. But that's with the front door. But we also see the bartender and Mercury in sextile with Aquarius Pluto, the emo kid, in rainbows. This emo kid is on the bar. This is like the Coyote Ugly scene, dancing on the bar, if you can remember that. So that's an interesting sextile. Again, with this quincunx with Lilith that is guiding us into our sacred sexuality. So we can feel into this sextile being, the quincunx is stranger danger. There's a lot of sextiles going on, and if you're not ready, if you don't have a healed root chakra and you haven't done all of your, healing and stuff, it's okay. There's nothing wrong about that. Everybody heals in their own way, but the party may feel different, meaning you may feel really uncomfortable. You may feel like everyone around you is out to get you if you haven't taken the right elixir from the alien bartender, because there's a lot of sextiles going on. We have the moon in sextile with the front door. We have the bartender and the DJ in sextile with, oh goodness, with Pluto. And we have Saturn in sextile with a Taurus tech guy. And this we feel right up in your face. For the future, for your destiny, utilizing this sextile is a very important energy to learn how to utilize if you want to, reach your higher self, go into the 5D, getting to know thyself. So with the moon, now, we can really dive into the moon, and we see that the moon, you can't feel it, is in conjunction. You can't feel it without Jupiter, the boss. They're both now in Gemini. So Gemini instantly turns them into twins. We have two bosses holding two mirrors. Now, if you can't remember what the two bosses are doing, you can maybe remember taking a look at the Aries Venus, and we know that they are in sextile. Okay. Another sextile. But right now, and it's holding the mirror in conjunction with the mirror, which is also in sextile with these guys. You see what I mean with the sextiles? Like all in the front door, all on one side of the party. So we also see this moon, the Gemini moon now, the two moons are best friends. We've got a trine with Pluto, the emo kid, who is in sextile with the bartender and the DJ at the front door. right next to the party planner. This guy, if you want to really get to know this guy in the mirror, because he's best friends with the mirror right now in Trine. The emo kid is the mysterious one, Pluto, hanging out at the edge of the party because he's the furthest from the party, wearing all black, but now in rainbows because he's an Aquarius. Alone, all one, and looking dangerously sexy. Passionate, intense, transformative, controversial. Can we talk about those feelings of you might feel a little uncomfortable at the party? The emo kid is getting it on at the bar and best friends with the mirror. He's got it going on. He's got it going on. So that completes because this is something new. This moon has been in sextile with these guys, but now is in sextile, with Venus, Aries, Venus, who is also in sextile with the Gemini boss, because these guys are hand in hand. So of course, usually if they're in conjunction, doesn't happen all the time, but if they're in conjunction, they're both also in sextile, with whoever they're in sextile with together. They're all together. Sometimes one of the partners is watching and still in conjunction with the other, but just watching the sextile. But these guys are all in sextile with the moon, the Gemini moon. So Venus, we've got to talk about Venus, because if you can't remember, Venus is going backwards right now. She just went retrograde in Aries. That pushing, headstrong, forward energy in sextile with the boss and now the moon. Tell me what you feel in the comments below, please. What does that feel like to you, and how can you interpret it with the solar party paradigm? Check out the Patreon account as well. You can check out my website and we can work together personally if you want help figuring out how to use these deities to, do magic with them, to work with the sextiles, to work with the squares and the quincunxes, and to learn all of it. So we've looked at her, and now we've got to look at Mars, because Mars in Cancer has just gone direct in the beginning of the week. And he's been doing pretty good. He's been, friends with the bartender and Neptune, and the DJ Mercury's been thumping the war drums for him. And right now he, she, because who knows what he identifies as, is Trine best friends with the party planner, who is up there at the door now, in conjunction with the front door. So how can we use this energy? I mean, this is amazing, because this is our god of war, our jock, the best player on the field, wearing the Letterman jacket, ready to win for us. And we want to win, right? We want to win the game. I want to win the game. Nobody wants to be a loser. It's okay to be a loser. I mean, it's just a game, and there's another game. Cancer can really, he just came out of retrograde. She is can easily say, screw this game, I'm out. I don't even want to play the game no more. And I feel that sometimes very deeply because my Mars and my birth chart is in Cancer. So sometimes it's like, you know what, guys, I don't even want to play anymore. I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to go read a book under a tree. Okay. But if you want to win the game, Mars is the one to look at. But Mars, this Cancer Mars is, also best friends with the birthday kid, which is amazing because happy birthday, Pisces. And we haven't even looked at all of the birthday kid is in conjunction with Saturn, hand in hand. All of these guys are together. All of them are together at the front door. We can see them all together in Pisces other than the DJ, which is really interesting. The DJ has turned fire. Okay. So, but he's still up there at the front door. Now, I was going to say this Mars was not getting along with Jupiter, but he's not square with Jupiter anymore. So that's good. That kind of relieves that tension of the boss and the jock. So that feels good. He's just best friends now with the party planner and the birthday kid. That's a good position to be in, if I do say so myself. So, we have looked at the sextile with Saturn and a little bit, but let's dive a little bit deeper with this sextile. The party planner and the tech guy, social media manager, controlling systems and algorithms, always looking for the right moment to press record. Uranus, I have been working with this planet for a while now. Please like and subscribe and write a comment if you think any of this makes sense. It doesn't really have to make sense in the beginning. In the beginning, all you have to do is visualize it. And the more you visualize it and the more you see it, the more you start remembering what's going on. And you can see the different things that are changing slowly. And you can start to use all of this energy daily in your magical practices. I have an apprenticeship program. You can check it out, centerofmysticarts.com. Uranus in sextile with Saturn. We've got boundaries. Well, Uranus is in Taurus. So definitely hit that bullseye. Thank you. And Saturn, she's an alien right now, and she's hypersensitive, but she's still holding her boundaries and her punctuality, and she's still focused on being conservative. So we've got that. Now, we have this Lilith, this wonderful Lilith that is in quincunx with the front door. And the bartender. Remember, the bartender was just like, if you haven't taken these elixirs, you might not know who Lilith is. At the Solar Party Paradigm, she is a spider hanging out at the edge of the party. In astrology, she is the farthest point of the moon's elliptical path from the earth. So she's in the dark. And Lilith is the goddess of the primordial feminine. The first Eve, Mystic Eve. I'm like, how come Lilith is in astrology and Eve isn't? Don't get me started on that. We have smoothed out the square between the two and have figured it out. And she will show you your shadow. Sometimes you don't want to look at your shadow. But she also will show you the secrets of sacred sexuality. And with all of these sextiles going on, maybe she can teach us about that. We're talking about light, frequency, and vibration. It's the only thing that exists. Everything else is just, I mean, you could say it's an illusion. I don't really like saying it's illusion. It's code. All right. Now we have Chiron and Aries. We've got this shaman that's dancing in the fire. Where did the Aries go? Up here with Mercury. Okay. We've got a fire shaman dancing around the party, creating the ceremony. Not the most popular, because some of these guys, especially with all these sextiles, they just want to party. They're really busy partying with themselves. And they don't want to turn it into a ceremony, because then all of a sudden it becomes serious. And if you want to look at being serious, you can look at the star. Just look up at Orion and then look at the dog that's right at his feet. The nose of the dog. Follow the scent. And you can find out from Chiron how serious this ceremony is really gonna get. Now, Chiron is still in opposition with Lilith. Like they've been in opposition for a while now, and we've got this metallic spider, which I've talked about. I mean, she is the primordial feminine, but in Libra, metallic and non-duality and holding the harmony and harmonizing it all with non-attachment, and this fire shaman that's spinning with passion. But, you know, on the other side of the party, we just have this metallic, non-attached observer that's like, okay, I see what you got. I am kind of attracted, because it is opposites attract, but they also create the duality. To utilize the opposition, we bring it together so that we can harmonize, Libra, the duality of the non-attachment of the metallic Libra and the fire passion of the Aries shaman. Okay? Now, I mean, well, first we got to go back to Lilith, because we're still kind of looking at this Lilith, and she's in square with Pluto, which is, I mean, you know, these guys are old friends, but they always get each other in trouble. The bad girl and the emo kid, absolutely. The god of the underworld and the primordial feminine that wants to show you your shadows. Yes, these guys can potentially get you in trouble. But with the square, with a little bit of harmony and a little bit of therapy, working together and holding their boundaries, they can create a strong foundation with each other. They can really get to know each other. And then that square becomes a really strong support. So going back to the shaman now, the opposite, going back to the shaman, we feel still, this has been happening like the whole week. This Aries shaman in square with the Cancer jock, fire and water. And this Chiron is like, I mean, it still feels like could possibly be holding a grudge to the jock. Why weren't you there? We needed you to play the game. We needed you in that game. Where were you? And Cancer says, well, the tide got really high and, I had to dip because I've got boundaries and I have to take care of everybody's karma behind the scenes. Self-care, or I'm not going to win any of the games. So, with a little bit of therapy with the shaman and Chiron that's so passionate that they want to save the world so badly. They want to heal everybody's root chakra all at once, burn it down to the ground so that the phoenix can rise again. And Mars is like, I don't think so. No, that's not how we're going to do it. We need to cool it off a little bit. Cool it off. That's a little bit too much. So get these guys together and let's use that square. Harmonize. Now, last but not least, we walk out the back door, and this is the shortest solar party paradigm reading I have done, and it feels really good because a lot of this stuff, again, as I'm going to do this daily and as hopefully you start tuning in daily, we start remembering how everything looks at the party, and then really all we have to look at are the things that changed. You keep going back to the same bar, you know everybody that's there, and you can spot the new guy, or you can tell if Charlie, why is Charlie the name coming to me? If Charlie, I know why he's coming to me, like the all dogs go to heaven, and Charlie, the dog, the Sirius. Anyway, we can feel Charlie talking to us. And if he's in a bad mood that day, or if all of a sudden he's in square with somebody, and then as we start to visualize, then we can integrate all of this information into our lives. And as you reach an obstacle and say, I just broke up with my boyfriend, are we going to get back together? You instantly can see, Venus going backwards, in sextile with the boss, but also in sextile, what was it, the moon? Yeah, because this is not going to happen for long. So maybe there was something there. And maybe you can use this energy that's going on above us, light, frequency, and vibration, to bring it down. And it's kind of like your own parts therapy, especially when you use these cards to start figuring out your own birth chart. And you start to paint what the party looked like when you were born. So back to the back door, we walk out the back door in Virgo. This excited energy of the future, but maybe you got to be careful with this Virgo. They might be so excited getting in with a fake ID that they don't know what they're getting into. And then all of a sudden, if they get really hurt, they're pointing the finger at everybody else. And they forget that they've got a backpack full of everything that they need. Now that could be on the other frequency. Now on the up frequency, this Virgo is so pure and excited and wise and resourceful and meticulous, analytical, and organized that they can get in. They're holding the basket of harvest. They can feed us. They can lead us into war, Joan of Arc. Hang in there, Joan. For real. You're on the back porch. The ancestors are speaking. Everything is on the back porch. But if the back porch is full of trash, you won't be able to see the tools that you have. So, there you have it. The fastest reading of them all. Thank you so much for watching. I will try to make them shorter for attention spans, but hopefully the content is worth the long content. Anyway, also I'm going to be doing more shorts if I can get on a roll. If I can just not use a square, if I could just use all of these sextiles instead. You see, the sextile looks more like a circle, like a wheel. Maybe I can roll this sextile around, but the square, if I use it correctly, I can build the foundation. So thank you guys so much. Check out the Patreon. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. I mean, you know, algorithms, Uranus, be that guy, please, for me. And whether you're traveling physically or mentally, because as above, so below, may it be in love and light and shadow. Don't forget the bad girl. And remember your magic bag or a backpack. It's got the lube to get you through the tight spots. It's got the wax when you need to hold on tight. It's got the rope so you can throw the ropes and tie the knots, but it also has the knife so that you know you can cut that rope, that karma, as fast as you know that it doesn't serve you anymore. So that you can set sail as an esoteric pirate. And don't forget your compass to know where you're going. Don't forget to look at the stars. Thanks a lot. Have a beautiful day. Ciao.